What is up, homies? Welcome back to another episode of the Heroes Reforged podcast. This is a very special, very fun episode. We asked our audience to do something very, very dangerous. We asked you to vote and make choices. And I know that's very hard for all the hundreds of thousands of people that we have in our community. This is the third, I guess it's the third annual because
semi-annual.
Yeah, semi-annual.
I think we missed a year.
Did we? Well,
I think we missed
that's neither here nor there. This is the third Heroes Reforged Reforgy Awards, voted on by you. Things like Best Musical Score, Most Travieso. Can I say something? Most likely to get it. I'm very excited about these categories. I'm very excited about all the movies and shows that we voted on or that you voted on. And if you guys want to get involved next year, join the Patreon, get on our Discord.
Yep.
That's how everybody was able to unlock the ability to vote on all of these categories. We picked the categories, we picked the titles. Most of the titles came from things that we watched, movies, TV shows. Some of it is in theaters. There's even some things, there's like one or two things on here that I have not seen that we let the audience vote on, which I thought was really, really cool. So I'm excited. I loved it when we did this the last couple of years. It was a really fun time. I gave you the third grade reading level ones.
Yes.
So we didn't have to do, what was the character's name?
You gave me the Oxford Dictionary reading
I
ones.
gave you the
Okay,
Oxford
great.
Dictionary
I'm ready.
I gave you
ones.
the longest ones I could think of.
Good.
We had several hundred people vote, which is really, really cool.
That is awesome.
And the way that this works is the categories on the front, the nominees will read them off. And then on the inside, when you announce the winner, I also put the percentage.
Oh,
of
interesting.
How much percent of people
Okay.
voted for the
Good.
for it.
And then I noticed on the back here, you also introduced the nominees.
Yes,
Just
just
all
so
the
it's easier
nominees.
for everybody to read.
Yes.
What? Because I was like, okay, here I made them, and I was like, all right, when we're ready to go, and I was like, how the hell are we going to tell people what else was nominated?
Yeah. So
we have an even better system than the Academy Awards circa Moonlight when they messed up and just partying backstage and handed somebody the wrong envelope. Here you go, Warren Beatty. Here you go. Whatever. Say whatever you want.
we are organized, names and everything.
So I will say that I know, I may not remember all of them, but I'm the one who put it together, so I know the answers, but these two have no idea. I have not shared the doc.
Excellent.
Fresh reaction. First time watching. First time
reacting to the winner.
First time
I'm
reaction.
going to be just as shocked as everybody else.
Yeah.
So welcome everybody to the third annual Reforgies. Woo! Insert music, insert the whole thing. Confetti.
Gotta be real fancy.
Yeah.
Reforgies.
Yeah.
That sounds like The Simpsons.
So this is the superhero Reforgy.
Yes.
We will be presenting and sending every single winner on these lists one of these. I hope they got their ones from last year or last time, remember?
Absolutely.
I hope everybody took pictures of them when you got them. This is 100 karat gold, actually.
Yeah,
I spent a lot of money on this.
We are in the red, guys. We need more Patreon members. We need a lot of support, a lot of sponsorships.
I blew our entire budget just on trophies.
On this super hollow trophy. Okay.
Don't tell them.
Are you guys ready to get started?
Yes.
I think there are 20 total categories.
Okay.
And there's 3 of us, so the math didn't exactly work out, but it's fine. It's fine. There's plenty to go around. I will start.
Okay.
The first category is Best Musical Score.
And the nominees are
Dune Part 2, Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, X-Men 97, The Penguin, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem.
Oh my God.
And
That's
the
a
Reforgy.
That is a stacked
category.
Dune Part 2
right.
with 40.8% of the vote. Congrats, Hans. You'll be getting your Reforging in the mail very, very soon.
Nice.
Hans Zimmer.
I think part of the genius for that score is that woman's voice. I'm not even going to try to reproduce that sound because that cannot come out of my mouth.
Don't. It's really good. No, I cannot. But I did see a video today of Hans Zimmer that somebody posted when he was talking about him scoring The Lion King.
Oh.
And it's great because he's like, it's like, here's a 2-minute clip of Hans Zimmer talking about The Lion King, and his answer to this will make you cry. And it's like, we get to the part where the child loses the father.
Oh, yeah.
And I lost my father when I was 6. And I was already like, hang on.
Oh, my God.
And he goes, and as I did this, I'm realizing you never get over this.
Yeah.
You never get over it. So at the end, when Simba is crawling up the mountain, it's what I ended up writing is a score to sort of for me to say goodbye to my father. And I was like, oh my God.
That's
amazing.
That's by the way, all of that is, I just saw it on the Blu-ray of the Lion King Diamond Edition, which I happened to buy.
Very cool.
Because I was looking for the 3D version.
Yeah.
And that was on there.
Oh,
the
cool.
Diamond Edition. So I had to buy it. And then on the not the 3D Blu-ray, but the regular Blu-ray.
They have all those.
It's a great documentary.
Yeah.
They like mix it in with the theater production of the Lion King. And like, they bring back all the animators. They bring back as many directors as they can. Like, they show early sketches of all that stuff. And the Hans Zimmer stuff is, you guys should watch it just for the Hans Zimmer
I also
stuff.
think this Reforged kind of also is including, I have to imagine fans, and ourselves included, when we think about Dune Part 2, we're also thinking about Dune Part 1. Like, that scores like it's a massive project.
Also,
and
it's
phenomenal.
Absolute bullshit, in my opinion, that he was eliminated from the Oscars consideration.
Why?
Because apparently, like, reuses cues from the first film. I think that was the big controversy. But
you mean for Dune Part 2?
Yeah,
that's stupid.
And
that's
I'm like, most superhero movies reuse plenty of cues from their first film.
Yeah,
so
that's dumb.
I don't know.
But then the Academy would go, well, we don't nominate most superhero films. Then do we? Okay,
we are
great.
pretentious.
That's a weird thing to. That'd be like disqualifying a best actor. It's like you used an actor from a previous movie.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's like that guy was already there.
Oh, the guy from The Dark Knight? Well, you
Yeah.
were in Batman Begins, so we can't include you.
That's the part of the thing. That's what a sequel is.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It needs to be all new original music.
But it's a sequel.
That's a dumb rule. That's a dumb rule. Really, really, truly.
Yeah.
That's dumb. Because I'm like, there has to be other
sorry.
categories in the Oscars that like have been nominated for Oscars or whatever that have probably previously used elements of a prior
think
entry
about how
in
many
the
times
series.
John Williams has been probably nominated for Star Wars or something.
Right.
Well, speaking of, the next category is Best Sequel.
Ooh.
And the nominees are X-Men 97,
Ooh.
Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm about to make a name for myself over here. The Penguin. Hey, come on, what do you show me? Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ooh, I love that show. Yeah. Pigeon Pete.
Pigeon Pete.
Miss that guy.
And
I'm so anxious for this one. Who's the winner?
the winner for Best Sequel.
With what percentage? Say the percentage
is
first.
49.4%.
Ooh.
X-Men 97.
Come on.
49.4. That means that vote was split. Was split really well.
That's
okay.
crazy.
Yeah. I mean, look, is it crazy though? That show blew everybody's minds.
So good.
That show.
I could see it being the best sequel because, in my opinion, it so improves on everything from X-Men the animated series, where it's like Deadpool and Wolverine is debatably not the best Deadpool movie. Like, it's easy to make that argument. The Penguin, some people go, it's not as good as Matt Reeves' The Batman. Whatever. But this...
There's no denying
it's one of the
better
best
than X-Men the
shows
animated series
of the year, honestly.
God. Oh my God.
That show, it really kind of rewrote how I thought about the X-Men because we had done, join our Patreon, by the way, we watched every single episode of the original X-Men from the 90s.
76 episodes.
Ooh, there's some real shit episodes in that series, dude.
I mean, yes, but also the
Nebula. Look, the jokes.
I will never laugh any harder than that.
The jokes were immaculate that we made.
Oh my God.
Even when the scripts were good, the animation was
It was bad. And who was that dude that Storm fell in love with?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I forget.
Immaculus. No, what was his name?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Polemachus.
It wasn't Immaculus.
No?
It was like it started with an A.
Polemachus.
Polemachus. Oh my God.
What a terrible Marvel character.
I think one of my favorite moments from that show was, tell Cyclops I made him a convertible. That shit never gets old.
The best,
incredible.
dude.
So good. So
Just
good.
Wolverine had all the one-liners in that show.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we're going to move on to the next category, which is Best Prequel.
Oh. Okay.
And the nominees are Dune Prophecy,
The TV show.
Cut to Sand, just sand, not even Dune Sand. Royalty free, Cut to Sand. Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. The Acolyte. Ooh.
That's a prequel.
Alien.
To the prequels.
Alien Romulus.
That is too.
Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim.
Ooh.
And the winner with... Open it this way so the camera doesn't... Yeah, it's nice actually. With only 35% of the vote.
Whoa,
That means a lot of people really had split ideas of what was going on. Alien Romulus, 35.1% of the vote. Listen, I didn't know that. I think this is going to be one of those cult following movies. Like,
you think so?
I think it did a really good job of going back to a formula that works. It wasn't completely Alien, but it was close to Alien, going back to the horror roots.
I think so.
I think was a really good decision. I think it was a really bad decision to use face replacement CGI.
Yeah, they
AI
already. Did you
stuff.
see that they fixed that
For the
the
Blu-ray,
release?
for the Blu-ray, they
No
fixed
way.
it. Yeah.
See? How did they fix it?
Improved something, put it more in shadow.
Oh, thank God, because
Yeah,
that
see?
was bad.
That's really
I think they also changed not the angles, but I think they instead of being so close, I think they pulled out a little bit, so it's not
Okay,
as
thank God.
detail oriented.
If they
God.
like E.T. or Star Wars Special Edition, just that part of the movie
20 years.
in 20 years,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
that really is the sore thumb of the
Yeah.
thing. That's the only thing
It
that really
really is,
sticks
yeah.
out for me. I remember when it came out, I was really stoked on that movie, and I haven't seen it since theaters, but I want to watch it again. I'd buy it. I'd own it. I really had a good time
Yeah,
with it.
for sure.
And I really love the ending, even though I'm not somebody that's a huge fan of Prometheus.
Sure.
And a lot of Alien fans, like that's the movie that you're either all about it or you
yeah.
like hate, you like loathe that movie. And I'm like, whatever, I'm Prometheus. But the ending of Romulus was so fucking weird that I loved it. It was so
I
cool.
loved it. Yeah.
So, but I've seen people have mixed reviews about this movie.
Oh yeah.
But I'm in agreement with you, Augustine. I think that time is gonna look favorably on that movie.
Yeah.
It might not have come out as much of a like all across the board banger like Prey. I think everybody was in agreement that
I mean, Prey
yeah.
is how you do it.
That movie
that's
ruled.
the
and
new
now
bar.
I'm waiting
yeah.
for Predator Borderlands, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
please.
man, Predator in Mexico? Orale.
Orale.
He's in the border?
He's on the border, dog.
Okay.
Orale.
He's not gonna get past him. He's gonna get
Watchale, but he
If
can
the
go
movie-
invincible,
If
dog.
the movie is just a predator killing a bunch of like border patrol agents, you know what?
But
That's pretty sick.
that's
Say
pretty
less.
rad. That's pretty rad.
say less. That's
And
pretty
it
sick.
was-
Hey, what was that?
What?
The girl.
What is it?
Hey, I think I heard a Mexican. No, man, that was something else. Yeah. There he is. Get him. And then his spine gets ripped out. Oh,
and then
shit, a
his
Mexican.
head
my
gets
God.
exploded. Yeah.
I'm very curious to see how Alien Earth turns out. Which
Yeah,
is
the
another
TV show.
prequel.
Dude, that's what I was going to say. Is it for me, it is a very like hit or miss franchise.
Yeah.
The Alien franchise, because before
really is,
Romulus
yeah.
and around Romulus, with my girlfriend, we were rewatching the original movies, and I'm like, I used to really dig Aliens, James Cameron's, and it's great. But rewatching it, I was like, I don't love this as much. But the
okay.
original is still the masterpiece. It's still the best by a long
Yeah.
shot. It's still the greatest. But then I rewatched, and she had never seen Alien 3. And I was like, dude, we all love David Fincher. This movie is whack, dude.
Stinker.
It's a stinky stinker. So that's another thing I love about Romulus is that like, it's almost like a better version of Star Wars The Force Awakens, where it does kind of play it safe, but I think that's fine. Like it's just like not like bold, but it was like solid, like you know, brings everything back, but not in an offensive way.
Being scary is also something
Yeah.
that benefited it massively. Like it was creepy. It was genuinely creepy. I remember seeing the face huggers run across the floor for the first time and literally like recoiling because those shits were scary.
In the water.
In the water,
spiders.
yeah, because I love spiders.
You love
and
spiders and you love water.
And water.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The best. Love
All
it.
right. Well, next category.
All right. Next category is favorite animated film. And the nominees are
My favorite category.
The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim,
Oh, great.
The Wild Robot, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, Kung Fu Panda, and Inside Out 2.
Now we should
Okay,
explain to our
okay.
producers that are like, what? Like Kung Fu Panda, the original, because Adam had never seen it. We watched it for our channel. So this is kind of like in the past 365 days, we have like
Seen this.
done
Yes.
these
And
movies.
spoilers, I have not seen The Wild Robot or Inside Out 1 or 2.
Oh,
Oh, farts.
dude, we gotta watch those.
Okay.
Does that
Yeah.
change the game
That's
for
crazy.
you?
That's
That really
crazy.
does.
That does.
The Reforged for Best Animated Film goes to, with 36.1% of the vote,
Damn.
The Wild Robot.
Yo, I disagree with this one.
Wow. Wait, you've seen it?
Yeah,
You've seen Wild Robot?
You haven't seen it?
I
I'm
haven't
the
seen
only
it.
one who's seen it.
Yeah.
I did not like this movie.
Interesting.
Really?
And I would be
That's
super
shocking
down.
because everyone seemed to really love it.
Yeah.
It did not work for me. I would be super down to watch it with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for me, it's based off of like 1 or 2 or 3 children's books. The author seems like a super nice guy. The people that made the movie all seem super lovely. The movie looks beautiful, and I love the cast. There's so many things about it that I should have loved. You've got Lupita Nyong'o as like the lead actor, and she does a great job. You got Pedro Pascal. You got so many different. I think Mark Hamill maybe is like the bear, or maybe I'm confusing that with. Anyway, the point is, it didn't come together for me because I felt like it was too many movies in one. Like I wanted the movie to be more one story, and it felt like it did almost feel like, okay, like Act 1 is almost its own movie. Act 2, because they may have scrunched together a couple of books.
Okay.
And I wanted more a sort of, I guess, emotional and character development
damage,
with some characters, because I felt like, although people rightfully so, they're like, the movie's really emotional. I cried like a baby. I think it's because
you're cold and you're a robot yourself.
But the movie's like The Wild Robot, Lupita's
Producer
character.
Mark really disagrees with you
hater. Mark, did you like it? Did you like the movie? Thumbs up for The Wild Robot? Mark cried. Okay, great.
Yeah.
because all, like I'm saying, all the elements are there. But the only way that I can really defend my stance is I just can't unless, again, we literally watch it and do a reaction, even if it's an edited reaction. While watching it, I could be like, this thing doesn't work for me. This feels a little too.
Look, man,
you know,
your thoughts on movies have changed on second viewings. That's too. True. So maybe the second time, once you see us crying, you're going to be like, my heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Yeah, I know our Patreon audience has been recommending this movie quite a bit.
The other movie I really want to watch is Flow, by the way. It just won Best Picture, Best Animated Picture.
I want to watch it.
Yeah. I don't know if that's... Once that comes out on 4K, that's an instant buy for me. Because I haven't even seen it.
Yeah.
And I know I'm going to love that one.
Nice.
Same.
Yeah.
For me, I like it, just looking at this list really quick.
Yeah.
Out of these 5, 2 I haven't seen, obviously. I'm so shocked by this, but between Mutant Mayhem and War of the Rohirrim, I don't know which one.
Interesting.
Like, I love Mutant Mayhem so much.
I might go Mutant Mayhem.
But man, I was so surprised by War of the Rohirrim.
Yeah.
And Helm Hammerhand was like...
a badass.
It's just a thing where like I love Lord of the Rings stuff, but Turtles has my heart. I'm gonna side with like the funky ugliness of the Ninja Turtles over like the polished beauty of Middle Earth. I'm like
full blown anime.
Like, I'm like, you guys are great, but I'd rather spend time with this weird rat.
Boys.
Yeah, that's like it makes sense if you think about it. And I was an older rat, and you were babies. So
those
you
are my 2 favorite
babies,
fandoms. I can't choose in between the two.
Right? Imagine if they did a toy crossover.
I know, right?
Whoa.
Turtles of the Rohirrim.
Turtles have been crossing over with everybody right now. Turtles of the Rohirrim, that'd be so sick. Oh my God.
It could be a Turtles in Time spinoff.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Michelangelo would have to be one of the hobbits. Like he'd be like Merry or Pippin, right? Donatello and Michelangelo might have to be like Merry and Pippin. Leonardo would be Aragorn.
Yeah.
Raphael would probably be Gimli.
Yeah.
Right?
That would be
Splinter is Gandalf.
Yeah.
Dude, we have it all right here, dude. April O'Neil is Arwen. It's all right there, dude.
Yeah.
This is great.
That actually...
Krang would be Gollum.
Make it. Produce it. I'll give you $100 million. Make it.
My precious Shredder.
Just flopping around in the water.
Shredder would be Sauron.
Yeah, of course.
Dude.
He's already got the thing.
You can already see the
Shredder's already it.
The one eyeball tower. It's all like,
and
looks
there's
like his
so
helmet.
many other characters that the orcs could be. So many other villains.
T-shirt?
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Dude. Could be like two of the 3 trolls.
Yeah, they could be the trolls that turn to stone.
God.
We need a Turtles of the Rohirrim T-shirt.
There you go. That's the one.
Let's do it.
Teenage Mutant.
You draw it?
Okay.
Ninja Fellowship.
We'll think about this backstage because somebody's going to steal our idea now.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
The next category is Best Cameo.
Ooh.
And the nominees are Spider-Man in X-Men 97.
Okay.
We have the Cavalrine from Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Saruman the White from The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. Spoiler alert. That was a dope cameo. At this point, you should have seen the movie. You should have seen the movie. Go back and watch it. A quick shot of Batman from Creature Commandos.
Okay.
And finally, you know him, you love him, the little green dude, Yoda in Star Wars The Acolyte.
Spoiler alert.
Right at the end.
You have plenty of time.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And the winner is... with 65.2% of the vote, the Cavalrine from Deadpool and Wolverine.
That one makes sense.
Yeah.
That one makes sense.
I'm not surprised by that one.
I'm not surprised by that
We are
one.
Heroes Reforged. That makes the most sense. Great. That's great. That's however you feel about the movie. That's a great producer brain of Ryan Reynolds to go. We should get Henry Cavill right after it was publicly announced he's not going to be Superman.
Yes.
To put him in this movie as a cameo.
Make him be
and go,
Wolverine.
we'll treat you better than that other company. Really smart. Really good.
It was a good move. It was a good move.
Yeah, it was.
Not a lot to say about that one.
No,
that's it.
It's pretty. I mean, for a cameo, it is the most straightforward of cameos.
That's it.
Yeah, it is the most.
And it works so well.
It is the most.
Honestly, though, we did consider like Channing Tatum and Jennifer Garner and Wesley Snipes, but it's like, no, those are like extended, those are like supporting roles.
Yeah.
They're not just a cameo as the one shot sort of thing. So yeah.
So keep in mind, this is movies that we have watched within the last year.
Yes.
So none of these movies are super up to date because this is most surprising film. most surprising film that we watched along with our Patreon subscribers and YouTubers.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I like how we have to keep explaining this to our producers. They're like, these guys are fucking losers.
They're like, why the fuck are
This
they
movie
watching
came
Kung
out
Fu
2
Panda
years
again?
ago.
Kung Fu Panda was 2008.
All right,
That movie's
dude.
older than everyone I know.
Okay.
And the nominees are Kung Fu Panda.
No, really?
Yes.
Adam loved it. It was
Adam
very
loved it.
surprising.
It was fun.
Craven's the Hunter.
Oh my
Oh
god.
God.
Surprisingly, not the worst movie ever made.
Yeah.
Right? Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim.
Yep.
Alien Romulus.
Yes.
And Transformers 1, which I have not seen yet.
Yeah, the animated film.
Oh, really?
Animated
Yeah, I haven't
prequel.
seen that
Oh,
one.
dang.
Add it to the
I know.
list.
I
That's
didn't.
another
I
one.
didn't go to the screeners with you guys.
Oh. I saw that shit in 4DX. It was pretty fun.
I
saw
know
it in
you said that
3D.
was that was
Yeah.
rad. And the winner with 42.7% of the vote, another split one, Transformers 1.
Whoa.
Interesting. I still
I don't think
haven't
producer
seen
Mark
it yet.
liked that one that
Yeah,
much.
I still haven't seen it. I'm down. I've heard it's got a slightly different tone, a slightly more kiddish tone than the rest of the
I
movie.
mean,
Yes and
it's-
no.
Yeah, I think
But-
it's trying to, in some ways, appease Transformer fans who've been Transformer fans for 20 years
Sure.
and grew up on the Michael Bay movies.
Yeah.
At the same time, they got to try to
Introducing
reel in
them.
younger audiences to
Yeah.
sell toys and all that
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, the
So-
first act of the movie, the first half of the movie feels like it is like if you saw the trailer, it feels like it's a little kid geared, which it is, a little kid animated movie complete with like robot fart
Yeah.
jokes and the
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of thing that you'll see like in a Minions movie trailer or
Yeah.
like some, crummy animated movie.
Sure.
It feels like that. And you watch
Yeah.
the first half of the movie and you're like, this is very sort of childish and it doesn't, and it's not particularly like nice to look at, which is not to say that, it's just kind of the style is very simplistic and that's
Yeah,
great,
yeah.
but it's something that doesn't like blow you away in terms of, I'm
Sure.
talking about things like Spider-Verse or Mutant Mayhem or,
Yeah.
even War
Very
of the Rohirrim.
safe visually.
So
safe
then
visual.
you get into Act 2 and some stuff changes in the story and all of a sudden it gets a little bit heavier and kind of more interesting and like complicated. And then they go to like new locations and you're like, oh, this looks gorgeous. This
Yeah.
is stunning. And then the third act is really good.
Yeah.
So the third act feels like it's straight up like original classic Transformers
Yeah.
stuff that you
Okay.
know. They're on Cybertron. They're
Yeah.
fighting. Shout out to Brian Tyree Henry who voices Megatron.
Yeah.
Really good.
Kills it. Does a great
Okay.
job. Hemsworth
Eh.
as Optimus.
Phones it in.
I
can't-
No, I wouldn't say you phoned it in.
No, but it's just he'll never.
It's
he can
Peter
never.
Cullen.
Well, I mean,
That's
you can't
hard.
compete with
You
Peter
cannot.
Cullen.
Yeah.
You can't.
Cannot.
That voice and of Optimus
I
is
would
just
say that Chris
unbelievable.
Hemsworth, at least as like a Hollywood actor, is probably like the closest thing you could get to a younger Optimus that still sounds like Peter Cullen and is not too different from what
Okay.
people are used to.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's someone out there who could have done a better job.
All right. Well, this will not be going to Optimus Prime or Megatron because we all know Bumblebee is the hero of Transformers.
True,
So
true,
this
true,
will be
true,
going
true,
out to
true.
Bumblebee.
Right,
Bumblebee, your Reforged is in the mail.
He is voiced by Keegan-Michael Key in the
So
movie.
good.
and He's
Perfect.
very funny.
Yeah, yeah,
So good.
Amazing.
So good.
I like that in most iterations, Bumblebee's silent. So in the ones where he's speaking, or if it's like a prequel,
Yeah.
he's a chatterbox. I
Yeah,
always
yeah,
think that's
yeah.
so fun. Like Will Friedle voiced him in an animated show. Like I love that youthful energy that Bumblebee has. Bumblebee Tuna. Okay, next category.
All right, the next category is Best Newcomer. And these are not people who have just entered the industry. These are people who are new, I guess like newer faces, and especially to a lot of these like universes.
To
Yeah.
the genre world.
Yeah,
maybe.
the
To
genre
like the-
world.
yeah.
The nominees are Ella Purnell in Fallout, Kristen Milioti in The Penguin, Amandla Stenberg in Acolyte, Joe Locke in Agatha All Along, and Robert Timothy Smith in Skeleton Crew.
I bet you Neil's going to win.
Hector will die for Neil.
I know.
And the winner with
kid.
40.2% of the votes,
Damn.
Kristen Milioti in The
Oh,
Penguin.
yeah.
Again, yeah.
Definitely not a newcomer.
No,
Has
no.
been working steadily
Palm
for like
Springs,
for
go watch
20
Palm
time.
Springs. Palm
How I
Springs is
Met Your
great.
Mother. Like
Yeah.
for 20, 30 years, she's been crushing it. But she's never done like a big superhero
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And she had the great interviews with her are like, I've always wanted to, and I especially love Batman. He's my favorite character in that kind of world. And so when she got this opportunity, it's not a movie, but it is the big show,
Totally,
and
yeah.
you just get to spend so much time with her as an actor, and she crushes it. And then hopefully they bring that character into like the sequel, the Batman Part 2.
Yeah, I'd be really
I
surprised.
really hope.
I would be really surprised, especially the end of
Yep.
the season when she gets a letter from Selena
From
Kyle.
Catwoman. Let's team up.
And on top of that, I think her and Zoe Kravitz,
yes.
they were photographed in France together, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, please
friends.
put them in the movie together."
They're friends. Yeah, for
So
sure.
I'm really hoping that Sophia
interesting.
Falcone shows up
Yeah.
in the Batman Part 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be pretty rad. I mean, her character That was an
so
original
good.
character for the show, right? Or
No.
was,
No,
was her
she's from the
character?
comics.
Okay, so her
Yeah.
character was in the comics.
To expand in that way
Yeah.
for what that character does, I think was,
For
was
sure.
the
That's what the new
creation for
stuff
the
is.
show.
Because I remember we were at the panel for that show at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And Colin Farrell zoomed in from Ireland or wherever he
Wherever
was.
he's filming something.
And I honestly, it's gonna sound bad, but I'd never seen that actor before. I'd never seen her before, and I was like, okay, cool. I don't know you from anything, so from now on, she's gonna be Miss Gigante herself.
Yeah. You should watch Palm Springs.
Okay.
With her and Andy Samberg.
It is a comedy
okay.
time travel movie.
It's so good.
It's almost like Groundhog Day. It's like a time loop type of a thing. And her and Samberg have, as you can imagine, amazing chemistry.
It came out.
She's great.
Right in the middle of the pandemic, so I think that's maybe why.
She's literally good in everything she's in. She's a phenomenal actor. But I'm not about to recommend you watch How I Met Your Mother or whatever. So
definitely not going to watch that show.
No.
Definitely not going to watch that show. Yeah.
The next category is favorite returning superhero. This is very specific.
Yeah.
The Academy Awards could
never.
So
explain that kind of a little bit.
So this category is, we did this in the previous year, which is sort of like the opposite of Newcomer in a way. It's kind of like, well, who's your favorite returning, character or
maybe
actor,
we haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, for a sequel, or they haven't, or they haven't been in a movie in like a decade.
Yeah, absolutely. So favorite returning superhero, the categories. This is the category. The nominees are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Tales of the TMNT.
Okay,
they returned.
Yeah.
The X-Men in X-Men 97.
Wow.
Returned.
This is already elite level like categories.
Here you go, Augustine. We've got Superman and Lois for the most recent season and the final season of the show, Superman and Lois. And note, we included Lois Lane as one of the superheroes.
Yeah. Okay. You can't not.
Deadpool coming back in Deadpool and Wolverine, and then also from the same film, Wolverine himself. The return of Hugh Jackman.
Okay, I'm gonna be real interested in what people say about this one.
This
list is gnarly.
This is a tough one.
I feel bad for all the other characters because they're all good.
And the winner with 43.7% of the vote, which is still, that's a majority, still pretty good, is the X-Men from X-Men 97. Or the favorite returning superheroes. Unstoppable.
No notes.
Unstoppable. No notes. That show, Unstoppable.
I mean, I feel like that show is going to just sweep this whole competition.
Anytime it shows up.
I'm a little bummed, and we should maybe talk about this in a future podcast episode. But everything that's been happening behind the scenes with the creatives of that show, and the show, like there was a lot of stuff that was done, and now they're retooling it, and whatever the case, who knows who's telling the truth.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the thing that bums me out the most is like, I don't want season 2 to come out and be subpar. It's got to be better or as good as season 1.
Yeah.
Well, and seeing all these comments, I'm like, please God, let it be good.
Yeah.
I think that they know what's at stake. And I also think that
they know the pressure.
Yeah.
Kind of like with Daredevil Born Again.
Exactly. I was going to say, that's another show that was retooled. And then it came out and we watched the entire season and we really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But we still know. The frustrating thing is that sort of rumor mill, like, well, here's what we heard what the show was before.
Right.
Yeah. And you go, well, who's saying that?
Right.
Yeah,
why are they saying it?
And personally, I don't care because
true?
that's not what's presented. So
yes, it's not the sort of the end result. And like Adam is saying, if they're shifting things over from a season 1 to a season 2, how is that going to affect the show? We don't know, but it's such a banger of a season. It's so great. And I think it elevates all of the X-Men the animated series from the 90s stuff, but it also like so smartly takes comic book stuff that we may or may not ever get to in like movies.
Yeah.
And is able to weave it in so seamlessly.
Yeah. And I shared with you guys a video, content creator who went to like Imagineering at Disney and stuff.
Yeah.
But Kevin Feige ends up making a cameo in the video.
Yeah.
And one of the things that he says, and he says this a lot at Comic-Con too, X-Men is the future.
Yeah.
So I think they are very, very, very aware of the pressure the X-Men have. Yeah. And that they're going to be a really impactful, important part of the MCU moving forward.
So. Yeah, and also the thing that kind of makes me feel better about the situation is that every single person on that team loves the X-Men.
Yeah.
We have friends working on the show and they fucking love that show.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether the showrunners or the leaders are there are people who fucking love the X-Men in that show.
They're going to put some blood, sweat, and tears into it to make it the best show possible.
They're going to put their all into that show, and I hope that it really kind of...
Yeah.
Despite the shakeups, despite the drama, despite the comments that are currently being thrown out there, I'm just like, you know what? I'm not in it. I hope the people who are working on the show can focus on the show. And I hope that the product, you're right, Adam, is as good or better than what we recently saw. So,
and if the rumors are true, it's never it's never the case that if you remove like a toxic element from the thing, the quality is going to suffer. If anything, the quality is going to get better.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So like that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah,
All right, next category.
All right, next. Oh wait, who are we sending this to? Are we sending this to Wolverine? Oh no, we're sending this to Gambit. We're sending this one to
RIP.
Gambit. We're gonna place it on your grave, my boy.
Oh my God. Wow.
We got morbid real
We are
quick.
placing one of
The
these.
name's Gambit.
We're gonna weld it onto your grave. It's
Yeah.
gonna be there forever. It's
we'll
100 karat gold, so take care of it, please.
We'll hand deliver it to voice actor AJ Lacasio, who voices
There you
Gambit.
go. There you
No.
go.
May he return.
It's
No?
going to Gambit's grave.
Gambit's
What do you
grave. Okay,
mean?
my bad. All right.
Don't,
All right.
Don't fuck with his
don't
bit,
fuck with
Hector.
don't-
You're right, you're right,
Don't
you're right.
fuck with that ending,
bad.
dog.
My bad.
Come on, man.
It's too good. It's too good of an ending.
All right. Next category is favorite new superhero. Ooh. Ah.
So we have the returning superhero.
Right.
Favorite new
Favorite
superhero.
new
Let's
superhero
get
that we were
specific.
introduced in any project that we were working in.
Yeah.
And so the nominees are Gambit in Deadpool and Wolverine.
That's a new superhero.
Not the X-Men.
That's a new
Right?
superhero.
G.I. Robot from Creature Commandos.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh, that's
Hell
a good
yeah.
one. I love that one. Birdie from What If.
Okay.
Y'all remember Birdie?
Weird character. I love Birdie.
Birdie?
All
Okay.
I've seen
Birdie.
hates
Yeah.
the backstory.
I hate the
Love
backstory.
the result.
Wow.
Anyways, that's a whole podcast episode that we.
Uh-huh.
Wiccan from Agatha All Along.
Great new character. Very cool.
Oh, and this one's near and dear to me. Kid Omni-Man.
Yeah.
Oliver
Yeah.
from Invincible.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Damn.
So I said no.
Damn. Oh no.
Ooh, this
What
is
did
a
the people
stacked
vote
category.
for?
Oh,
Hey.
hey.
The winner is Moonlight.
The winner is Moonlight.
We fucked up. Sorry.
Sorry, guys. And the winner with 38% of the vote solid is Gambit from Deadpool and
Oh,
Wolverine.
that must have been close.
Sounds
That
like he
must
made a
have been
name for
close.
himself.
That's because it was born there. That's why.
Yeah.
He's from there. So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, he stole that movie, dude.
I mean,
that
really.
shit's so funny.
He made me laugh so fucking
Yeah.
hard
Yeah,
with his nonsense gibberish
Well,
lines.
you know what's funny about that though is when we first went to go see it together, I was like,
yeah.
is he gonna offend someone with that?
Yeah.
But then people were like, no, it's actually pretty accurate. And I was like, really? Okay.
Not only is it accurate, is it fucking hilarious.
I think there's accuracy involved because he's from that region.
Yeah.
Like actor Channing Tatum is from that region. But I've also heard from other people. I've heard from working professionals who are like Cajun because I don't know enough about like Cajun
I don't
culture.
I know nothing.
And the backstory.
That's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
when I
yeah.
saw
Sort
the
of
movie,
like-
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Cajun people in Louisiana that were like sort of like French people driven out of this area over
Yeah.
here and forced to relocate over there, and it's all this, and I think there's a lot of also like indigenous and Native American
Yeah.
part in that backstory. Anyway, it's really interesting and really fascinating. And I've heard from people that Gambit as a character leaves a lot of real, authentic Cajun people feeling mixed emotions because on the one hand, like they're like, this does not accurately represent us. This is like a stereotypical accent. But on the other hand, he's the most famous Cajun fictional
Yeah,
character.
literally.
And it's like he's really cool and sexy and, whether it's the animated version, the comic book version, or Channing Tatum, who's all of that, plus he's funny, like they're all on board with that and they think that it's great. But I know that there's a specific comic creator as well who is friends with Gail Simone, and she's currently writing the X-Men comics, and they've been in communication, and he's helping to like add some stuff to the Gambit
cool.
thing that's
Interesting.
like
Okay.
authentic. So
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
cool.
that's all I ask for is that
All
if
right.
Gambit is a character
All right.
that's in play, get a Cajun like creator
Yeah.
to work on that.
Yeah.
And I think that
Make it
that's kind of
legit.
the best of both worlds. And in the case of Channing Tatum, like since he is from that area enough that like he did bring something to I forget
character.
what it was. There was one specific, like the way that he would add, like, you hear or something that's like, that's the thing that authentic Cajun people go, yep, that's what we said.
That's the thing.
Like,
yeah.
and I think like Tatum dropped a couple of something like that
Yeah.
in
Sure.
his otherwise insane over the top performance.
But I remember when
he
we
was cool.
watched it with the
Yeah.
subtitles, and
Yeah.
you were like, "That's what he said."
Yeah, I was like,
no
I did not-
fucking clue.
I didn't get any of this in the theater. I did not get any of this.
I got all of it.
Yeah.
I for some reason I understood every word he
Great.
said, and I
Great.
thought it was fucking hilarious.
Great.
So-
It might have been. I mean, like that's why I'm about to make a name for myself. Became a meme is because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the only thing people
You're like, I got
heard and
okay,
like,
I got that
okay,
one. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Remember his line? The one line I remember.
Wait.
Anyway, that's great. What's up?
This is a TVA stick. I'm trying to send this to the void.
Oh my god.
It's not working. It's not going to the void.
That's pretty good.
Gambit, we're gonna put this on the other Gambit's grave for you.
Oh man! All right,
great.
next category: favorite returning villain.
Oh, this is a good one.
Previously
Interesting.
established, baby.
Okay.
The nominees are The Penguin,
Mm.
Agatha Harkness,
Coming back for her
Sabretooth
show.
from Daber, Deadpool and Wolverine,
I'm talking the original
Okay.
Tyler Mane
Yeah.
from
Ooh,
X-Men 1.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Sabretooth.
Interesting.
That's a return.
Magneto from X-Men 97,
Yeah.
and the Kingpin from Echo.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
okay.
counting
From
Echo, not
from
not
Echo,
Born
not
Again.
Daredevil.
Not Born
I
Again.
think I know who's
We
gonna.
were like debating, should we put stuff from 2025? And
Not
we're like,
yet.
let's save it for next year
save
because
it.
next
Yeah,
year
yeah.
is going to be real good.
gonna be stacked.
Yeah.
And the Reforged goes to, with
Whoa!
37% of the
no
vote,
way.
the Penguin.
Wow.
Mr. Penguin.
Magneto?
Yeah, I
Over
know.
Mr. Don't Let Me Down?
I was
Yeah.
shocked.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
That's crazy.
I really thought that it was going to be Magneto. But the
Yeah.
thing that I thought of was, love our audience. Did everyone watch the animated X-Men show? Or did you
Did
not
more
because
people
it's
watch-
animated?
Did more people watch
Interesting.
the Penguin?
Interesting.
The Penguin.
Yeah.
Penguin. But no, he was
Probably.
awesome. He was great.
He
And
was
wa-
amazing. Colin
and he-
Farrell was incredible.
he
He
wasn't-
deserved all the awards and accolades
Yeah,
he got.
all the praise.
He wasn't just a sympathetic character either. Even him as a little kid did some dirty deeds,
God
dude. He did
damn,
some
dude.
That
effed
was
up
crazy.
shit.
Yeah,
That
and
was
that
crazy.
kid actor. Damn,
Yeah.
we should have put that kid on.
Oh yeah,
Best
as
newcomer?
newcomer.
Yeah. Shit, he was
that kid
awesome.
was great.
He was
Yeah.
amazing.
So
he was
sad.
Is
amazing.
that kid's real accent, by the way? He does it real good.
I don't
think
know.
so. I don't think so.
I
I don't
can't
know, man.
authenticate it, but it sounded good to me.
I know that there was some like behind the scenes stuff that they did with him like in a makeup chair, and he was speaking in that accent. And so I'm
Maybe
like,
he's
is
method.
it?
It might have been an accent. They might have found this kid in Jersey. Like, kid, you're perfect.
You're great. You look like the Penguin Kid, and he's like, oh,
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Is that a compliment or?
The next category is favorite new villain.
ooh,
And
interesting.
the nominees are Goldfin from Tales of the Teenage Mutant
God
Turtles.
damn, I love that guy.
Great villain. Great Timothy
Yeah.
Oliphant. Great
Yeah.
So
villain.
good.
Chimere from The Acolyte. Manny Jacinto. I mean, come on.
So good.
He's definitely the
Come
sexiest.
on. Holy.
Yeah.
Just wait. That's another
Just
category
wait.
in and of
Yeah.
itself.
I know.
wait.
Sauron from The Rings of Power. The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power
okay,
show,
okay.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Favorite new villain.
Anatar.
Because he
Yes,
wasn't
yes.
fully
The Lord of
established
Gifts.
in that
Yes,
first
Yes,
season.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
That's
so
true.
wait, are we talking his human form or his Anatar form?
Oh boy, here we go.
Because
We're
there's
gonna
two
leave
different
that
forms.
Up to you.
Well,
You
okay.
decide.
Season 2 has Anatar form, so we'll say it's Anatar form, but where
Okay.
he's the Lord of Gifts, where, where he's
yeah.
like all
Okay.
nice.
So the new villain,
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
new version of,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
of Sauron. Jod Nawood from Skeleton Crew. The
Jude Law's
Gotcha,
character.
Jude
gotcha,
Law
yeah, yeah.
character from Skeleton Crew.
He
He's a
was
real
called so
bastard.
many
There were so
names?
many names
Yeah,
that I
sorry.
never put
Jude
a
Law.
name to his
Yeah.
his
Jude Law
character.
in
Yeah.
Skeleton Crew. And finally, from the final season of Superman and Lois, Lex Luthor, as played by
Mr. Cutlets.
Mr.
Michael Cudlitz himself.
And the winner for favorite new villain is
I did not look those. By the way.
32% of the vote.
Another split vote. Jesus.
32%. We
32
have
only?
Chimere from The Acolyte.
Wow. Much deserved. Those biceps alone, dude.
I think we have a horny audience.
Yeah.
And I think we should acknowledge that
Yep.
and respect it and
Yep.
embrace it.
Embrace it.
So, you know what? I agree. No, in all seriousness, this was a really interesting new
Yeah.
villain, a
Yeah.
really interesting new character
stranger.
with a lot of
Yeah.
potential,
Yep.
a goofy side to him, a badass side to him. That fight when he took on
All the Jedi.
the first
was
time
sick
he
as hell, dude.
disabled a lightsaber was gnarly.
with his
That
little
was-
with his armor and
that
his
was
helmet.
amazing.
And his,
Rad.
oh my god! So hopefully we get to see this character and some of the other characters from the Acolyte in some form or another. In
Yeah.
some, I would do like a Disney Plus special presentation to like
Just
wrap
do
stuff
Yeah,
up.
just
yeah,
do
yeah.
something
But
with
dude,
Chimere.
You're
Yeah.
going to introduce Darth Plagueis and
Yeah.
not, you know, like
not pay it
I
off.
have to imagine Lucasfilm has some contingency plan because I know they've already got Darth Plagueis concept art and
Oh, yeah, yeah,
plans
yeah.
for a season 2. There's got to be some contingency plan to be
If
like,
he's
let's
a full-blown CG character
on.
in the show,
Yeah.
they've already done the concept art.
Yeah.
They've already
Yeah,
tied
yeah,
him
yeah.
into the show somehow.
We did a state of Marvel and DC. I feel like we got to do one for Star Wars.
Yes,
because
it's not a bad idea.
to me, and we should let's do it after Celebration maybe.
What
next
about
month.
and after Andor season 2?
That's true. Yeah.
After
Either one
Andor
works.
season
Either one
2.
works.
After Andor season 2.
Because I have a lot of frustrations with
Yeah.
Star Wars, and I'm like,
We don't know
I'm
what-
waiting for
where-
them
where
to
we're going.
just commit to something.
yeah.
yeah,
And maybe after Celebration they
But
will.
no matter what happens, I'm honestly a fan of The Acolyte, and I really love
Sure.
Manny Jacinto in the role. I
Yeah.
thought he was fantastic. And I think they might be coming out with an action figure of his. I'm going to get it.
Okay.
I think I
I
saw
hope
it at
they
some point.
sculpt
I'm
the
gonna get it.
biceps right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
If they're not 1-to-1 accurate,
You know
I
the
don't want it.
customizer is going to be like, no, it should look
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
exactly.
And they'll-
You
I've been
forgot
s-
this one
I've
right
been
here.
watching the
I'll
show
order it.
since it came out
Okay, I'll
every
order
day.
that. I'll order those.
You know how many times I watched that pool scene?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's right. He's
Horny.
naked.
Yeah, that's why.
yeah.
That's why he
She's-
won.
She sees it schlong. That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She saw his Darth
She
Plagueis,
looked
you know what I'm saying?
down. There was a scene where she goes,
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Am I going to join the dark side? Yes. And she did.
She did, yeah. All right. The next category is best use of previously established character.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, I almost choked on that one.
All right.
And the noms are
The nom-noms.
Wolverine in X-Men 97.
Yes.
Not Deadpool and Wolverine.
Great use of character.
Human Torch in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Great use of Human Torch.
Oh my God.
This fan favorite Weasel from Creature Commandos.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Sad backstory.
Sad
Sad
backstory.
backstory.
Sad
Good,
stuff.
good,
Made
good,
me
good.
cry. Oh. Storm from What If. From What If.
Give
Was-
her the Mjolnir.
Amazing.
Give her the Mjolnir.
Really,
yeah,
really cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And the last. And
I forgot what it is. Oh.
the best use of previously established character
Yes.
is the concept of incest from House of the Dragon.
Yeah. Game of Thrones, baby. Previously established character or
incest,
concept.
yeah.
We should say
People had-
character or concept.
People had a big problem that we didn't like the incest
Musical
for
or
some
comedy.
reason.
A lot of defenders of
yeah,
incest
a lot
in our
of
comments.
incest
You don't have to do
defenders.
that.
Yeah.
It's Game of Thrones.
You don't
And
have
we're
to do that.
"Ah, okay.
That's how it was back then. No, it wasn't. Back then never happened. You don't have to do that. You don't have to
worry.
defend.
Yeah, you don't have to
be a fan.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh my God.
And the winner with 38% of the vote
It's
is
not incest. I'm quitting.
incest. No, it's not
Oh,
incest. It's
God.
Human Torch from
Great.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes.
I mean, people like to see comedy. People like to see Chris Evans
I feel
be
like
silly, be
I
goofy.
feel like we should on the card. We should have just put best use of Chris Evans. Truthfully,
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
let's see. Yeah.
because they used him and his Boston I don't know, personality, flavor, whatever, really well in that scene.
You
and I
can't-
have
yeah.
not rewatched those movies in, I don't know, 20 years. We're going to rewatch them.
Also,
but
I guess people don't like incest as much as they thought they
Good.
did.
That's good. Good job, guys.
good job, our audience.
I hope everyone went, ugh. Chris
Yeah.
Evans. Chris Evans.
Yeah.
I
They're
don't
like,
wanna vote for that.
incest? What does this even mean?
No, it also made me really happy to. I don't think. Well, it was all parties involved. I'm going to give the credit to Ryan Reynolds as a producer and the star of Deadpool. I'm going to give credit to Sean Levy, the director, who also worked with Evans in Free Guy, and I think worked with him somewhere else. But to keep that sort of relationship going, and he did a cameo in Free Guy starring Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
And also, you got to give the credit to Marvel Studios for
Yeah.
casting this actor, Chris Evans, for 10 plus years as this stoic, heroic Captain America character.
Out of touch.
But they knew that Chris Evans as an actor could do this shit too. They knew that he was from Scott Pilgrim. They knew that he was not another teen movie,
Yeah.
Chris Evans. And so when I'm sure whoever's idea it was to do that, to bring him back as Johnny Storm so he could be really funny, the people at Marvel were like, yes, okay, finally, we
Thank
have an
you.
opportunity for
Yeah.
Chris. Whereas Thor just sort of morphed into what Chris Hemsworth can
Yeah,
do with
yeah,
his
yeah.
comedic sensibilities. Cap was never going to really be allowed to do that other than a few moments here and there, I can do this all day. Yeah, I know. Like those things where
It is America's ass.
he
Can you
be
imagine
funny.
how funny it was behind the scenes? Like
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
when he's
The
so
blooper
straight laced
reels. Great.
on just on
My-
camera, but he's so funny behind the scenes.
My
Yeah.
favorite is
Must be great.
is Anthony Mackie in one scene going like, "You want Denzel or you want
Yeah.
Snipes?" Or
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
he
yeah.
lists them
Yeah,
like
You
yeah,
want
yeah.
Wesley or you want Denzel?
You want
prominent
Wesley or
black
Denzel?
actors, yeah.
And then in like the next shot in the blooper, it's Chris Evans going like, "You want Ben Affleck in this?" You want... so funny.
That's
He's
hilarious.
very funny.
Yeah,
That's
he's
He's naming
good.
the
He's
white
good.
guy actors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
that's
of
great.
them? Yeah.
Yeah, all of them.
All right, next
Okay.
category is best death.
Yo, and if it's not Johnny Storm, Human Torch, who is in this category? This is crazy.
The nominees are Victor Aguilar in The Penguin.
Oh my
Heartbreaking.
god. Oh my god.
Lilia Calderu in Agatha All Along.
Hey,
Oh
spoiler
my
alert!
God.
But this is the spoiler
Yeah,
alert category.
Well, too late. Sorry. Bye.
Guys.
Helm Hammerhand in Lord of the Rings, War of the
my
Rohirrim.
God.
Holy shit, that was
Shit,
epic.
That was a good
so
one.
good.
That was a good one.
Clark Kent in Superman and Lois.
Hey, spoiler alert, guys!
And Gambit in X-Men
Ah, shit.
97.
I
got a pain in my chest.
This category
hang
should
on.
be called "I got a pain in my chest."
Oh,
and
we
I
should
can't-
rename
I
it.
can't
We
breathe.
should rename it.
You and I should pick who we think is going to win because Adam might know. He might have remembered just rereading it.
I think I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Clark because I
That our audience
cried
would- okay.
on the
But you
second
think our
rewatch.
audience is going to pick that?
No, this is
Okay.
all biased, 100%.
Sure. Okay. If that's your pick, I think our audience is going to pick Victor Aguilar from The Penguin. No, actually, scratch that. They're picking Gambit. Gambit's going to win. Gambit's going to win from X-Men 97. I might have picked. They're all good.
These are all really good.
Lilia Calderu death episode in Agatha All Along.
That was such a good
where they
episode.
play Time in a Bottle.
Yeah.
That
I know a lot of people commented on that video
rocked
about
my
that.
world.
That
dude.
was
I
like,
love that
out of
episode.
all the episodes, I think that was the best performing one.
Yeah, it's such a good
People were
episode.
like, holy shit, that was something new and
It
interesting.
got something to say.
And we've seen that sort of tropey thing of like a character that's like unstuck in time and having to figure stuff out. That happens in so many different sci-fi properties or whatever. But like, I love that episode so much.
Yeah.
So that would be my personal pick.
Okay.
Augustine, your personal pick is Clark.
Yeah.
I think they're going to pick Gambit. What do you think they're going to pick?
They're going to pick Gambit.
Here we go.
I think they're going to pick
The
Gambit.
Reforged goes to...
Prove me wrong, guys.
With 46.8% of the vote, Gambit.
Yeah.
For
Oh.
X-Men
It's-
97.
The name's Gambit.
People were talking about that death for
That-
weeks after.
I mean, we...
I didn't see it with you guys. That's
No,
not
Yeah,
I
you
know,
didn't
I
even
know.
see it with us.
You and I watched it together, and I think we were...
Yeah.
How could
Yeah.
you expect Gambit to be the one taken out in that show? Especially because he comes with the baggage of being one of the most popular X-Men characters.
Right.
And that animated series like elevated him to another level.
Yeah.
And they were doing
But-
a love triangle between him and Rogue and Magneto.
Oh
You're
my
like, oh,
God.
they're gonna play this out all
Amazing,
season.
Yeah.
amazing.
didn't
But to
expect
have
it.
that moment and to have AJ Locasio deliver those final lines, those final moments was so strong.
So good.
Yeah.
This
So I'm
is
not
making me
surprised. I'm not
want to
surprised.
rewatch X-Men
Yeah,
97.
dude,
Oh, yeah.
it rules. That
Oh,
show is
yeah.
so
great.
good.
I think I've only seen it the one time through.
Me too.
so
Yep.
Me too.
It's time to rewatch it. Anyways,
Okay.
Gambit, we're gonna weld a second one of these onto your grave. The next one's
Just
not gonna be.
order.
It's not gonna be 24 karat gold
Yeah.
though. It's gonna be plastic
It'll be from
because I
Amazon.
can't afford another one.
Yeah.
We were told by producer Mark not to do this, but I have to because this category, folks. Can I say something? Hey, can I say something?
Who can get it?
Can I say something?
Who can get it?
The nominees,
The nominees who can get it
are. This is, of course, the category. Can I say something? Refers to any hottie boombalotties, any cutie
Any
patooties,
baddies?
male, female, non-binary, whatever.
GI Robot
Wherever.
can get it.
GI Robot can
Oh,
get it.
It's a
absolutely.
Nazi
We've
killer.
got
Absolutely.
some surprising and not surprising
Okay.
nominees in this
All right.
category, but the nominees are Sophia Falcone.
You can get it.
Oh, enough said.
Let's just say that after everybody.
The next nominee is Chimere.
He can get it.
He got it.
He got it. He can get it. He's currently getting it. From Fallout, The Ghoul.
Surprising.
He definitely got it.
Interesting.
He definitely got it.
He's gotten it.
His already went away.
He's still got
he
it.
got it and
but
it's
he's
gone
getting
now.
it back. But he's
getting
getting
it back. He's getting it
he
back.
can get it back. He's
The
getting it.
Ghoul's getting his groove back.
He's
Yeah.
getting he's Stella
Yep.
and he's getting
Mhm.
his groove back. The next nominee is The Penguin.
Wow.
But are you surprised? No, he can get it.
You
Can
know
I say
what?
something?
You know what?
That's not the one.
What? Oh, retract.
That one can get it, by the
He
way.
can. Yeah, sure, he can, but he's not in this
I
category.
was gonna say no.
The
He
Penguin
can't. Uh-huh.
from Batman Caped Crusader. Can I say something? Can I say
The
something?
mom.
She can get it.
The mom.
She can get it.
The mom.
She got it. She killed it.
She got it.
She literally
got
killed
it
it.
twice and killed both of them.
Oh, that's right. Yep. And killed both of them. And she can get it. And it was surprising. But can I say something?
She can get it and kill mine too.
my
Woo!
She got, I love
my
a
God.
strong woman. And lastly, this is kind of a no-brainer. From Superman and Lois Lane herself. She can get
I
it.
mean,
Can
Can I say
come
something?
on.
She can get it. The greatest. The absolute greatest. The GOAT. And the winner for Can I Say Something? Is, what a fun category.
That's a good one.
I had to make sure you got that one.
59.8% of the vote.
Oh, that's a
Clear
blowout.
majority. Blowout. We have Sophia Falcone.
Ah.
Sophia Falcone.
I think most people want her to light them on fire.
She could, yeah.
It's like she can so get it that you start watching the show and immediately you're like, oh, anything she does and says is correct.
Yeah.
And then she starts doing some fucked up stuff and you go,
Yep.
But I kind of
she
get
has
it.
a point.
I
She
kind of
has
get
a
it.
point.
But she's
I'm
in
on
that
her
green
side.
dress.
And
She
she's
can
on her
voice me any day she can do whatever she wants.
And then by the end of it, you're like, I want to sign up for your newsletter. I want to subscribe to what you're.
whatever you got.
Yep, absolutely.
Murder Inc.
The
I'm in.
best.
I'll pay
The best.
whatever you need.
Murder Inc. The best. All right, Augustine, next category.
Next category is near and dear to my heart. It's Most Travieso or Most Traviesa,
Okay.
which translated in Anglo is Biggest Troublemaker. Biggest troublemaker.
Okay.
Travieso is a fun term that we use in Spanish for biggest troublemaker. And the nominees are Oliver from Invincible. He's definitely a travieso.
Oh,
He's a
man.
travieso. He's getting the
Mark
chancla. He's
loves
getting the
him.
Invincid chancla for sure. Death from Agatha All Along. Oh,
good one.
Talk about a troublemaker.
Good one.
The Ghoul from Fallout. He's
Yeah.
definitely travieso for sure. You don't know what's up with that guy. My favorite Travieso, GI Robot.
Yeah.
Do I need to say more?
No.
Come on. And Cameo from the Acolyte. He's a hottie Travieso.
Sneaky.
Yeah. He's a
sneaky
he can
Travieso.
kind of get away from it if you know if he wanted
Sneaky
to.
hottie Travieso.
Yeah, sneaky Travieso. Let's see what the winner is of biggest Travieso. Oh, with 39% of the vote. This one was split.
Yeah.
If it's anything below 50, it's
Yeah.
a big split vote. With 39.2% of the vote is Death from
Whoa.
All Along.
Can I say something real quick?
Rhea
Can I say
Vidal?
something?
She was in the last category, right?
No, she was not.
Why not?
I have no idea.
Wow.
This was a mistake on our end.
Yeah, sorry.
This is an oversight.
We apologize to the Reforged Academy.
Yes, that was a mistake.
For this massive
Moonlight.
mistake.
If I die and I do see some form of Aubrey Plaza,
If Sofia Falcone kills you,
Yes, yes,
that's
yes.
fine. But if I die and Aubrey Plaza comes to pick me up to take me to the next realm,
oh my god, not so bad.
not
I
so
think that's a
bad.
good way to go.
That's okay.
I think that's a
It
good way to
would.
go.
It
She
would be
looked
great.
like a fun time in the show.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, like a fun time.
Yeah.
And like she still had like a code, and she felt bad about. We're talking about death. She still felt bad about like killing some people, but like you know, she was in love with Catherine Hahn for many years. Can you blame her? No, you
The
cannot.
thing that sticks out for me for her fun time is when they were on the broomsticks. And
Oh
she
my
was having
God,
a good old time.
Everyone's
great.
freaking out.
She's cackling. She's cackling. She's
That was great.
This is so good.
having a good old
But
time.
a real
Yeah.
troublemaker. A real troublemaker. for
Very much Traviesa for
Some
sure.
could say the ultimate troublemaker, death itself.
Death itself, yeah.
Death herself.
Oh,
All right.
man.
Oh, we're getting down to the wire,
We
you guys.
are, we are.
got
Just a few
5 more
left, just a few
categories.
left.
We got time. We got time.
Best rewatch is the next category.
Interesting. Oh, wait. We're sending this to hell.
Okay,
Death,
great.
you got this.
Straight to
Straight to hell.
Straight to hell.
Send
You
us
know,
the
death
address, we'll
also
send it
delivers
to you.
people to heaven. Death is death.
That's true.
True,
That's
that's
true.
neutral.
Yeah.
True,
Okay,
true,
so we're
true.
sending one to hell and one to heaven.
Just in case. Covering all our bases.
And every other supernatural.
There you go.
Every other
extra-
plane of existence.
Every other plane of
We're going to
existence.
cover all our bases.
The
just in
all
Yes.
case.
9 realms.
We got
We're
it.
sending one to all 9 realms, and
Yep.
hopefully you find it somewhere.
Yep.
Death.
Great.
So the next one is best rewatch. These are movies or TV shows. Well, it's mostly movies in our case, I think.
Yeah.
That we rewatched on the channel for YouTube or Patreon. The nominees are Deadpool 1, Twister,
The original.
Kung Fu Panda,
The first.
Beetlejuice,
The original.
and Alien.
The original.
Ooh,
I know what I
We
picked.
rewatched all those movies.
We
That's
did.
great.
And more.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
That's good. That's good to
Reforged
hear.
for best rewatch with 30.7% of the vote, another
Yeah.
split,
Yeah.
is Deadpool.
Hey,
The original.
right.
Deadpool
Okay,
the
great.
original.
Which, that one is pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Is it my favorite out of all of these? No.
No, what's your
I
favorite?
would say Alien.
Yeah, maybe mine
Alien
too.
is probably my favorite out of all these. Twister was a good time. I mean, they were all a good time, but I think Alien is one that I love to just revisit,
I changed
even in
my
my
mind.
own time.
I'd go back. I'd go Kung Fu Panda is my favorite out of those.
It was a
Out of
good
those
one.
5.
It was a
Kung
good
Fu
one.
Panda.
I'd go Twister just for the
What?
Philip Seymour Hoffman
Yeah,
character
and the Bill Paxton
and the
of it all.
food.
Food.
That scene is just burned,
Isn't
etched
it
into my brain.
insane? You see that, and then you see Mission Impossible 3, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh man,
That's the guy. That's
Just
the guy.
Incredible.
That's the guy
We
I
just
want
were
for my
missing a
villain.
scene from Mission Impossible where he's like, "Where's the food, Ethan? Where's
Yeah, that's true.
the
Ethan,
food?
that's
Ethan?
true.
Where's the rabbit's
I'm
foot?
gonna make her.
Seven.
I'm
Food's
gonna
not
make her eat food.
Seven.
The food's not in Paris, Ethan. The food's not in Paris.
I'm gonna eat all the food in front of you, Ethan.
Yeah. And then I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna kill you.
And then I'm gonna kill her in front of you. All right. Next category is best romance.
Ooh.
Because we are romantics after all.
So they're getting it,
yes, both of them
aka
together.
they're getting it.
And the nominees are Superman and Lois,
Oh, they definitely been
Hail
getting
as old as time.
best romance. Rogue and Gambit,
Ooh, a streaky,
great romance.
one.
Rogue and Magneto.
in the training room.
That's a sneaky
Hey.
one. Tricky.
Howard the Duck and Darcy.
Oh
Favorite.
Lord, my favorite. Yay, I love
Great
it.
romance.
I love
And Eddie Brock and the Venom alien symbiote.
Ooh, okay.
A real romance. And we were like, should that be bromance? No.
No.
That's a
no.
romance.
They love each other.
They
They
love.
do.
They love. They're
Physically.
inside of each other quite often.
Physically,
Yeah.
yes.
That's true.
Eddie. And the winner with 48.7% of the vote. Close to a majority.
Yeah, close to a
Very
majority.
close. Superman and Lois. How could
Of
you not?
course,
Come
my
on.
boy.
How could you
Of
not?
course,
Best
my
romance.
boy.
That final season. I mean, the whole show.
Yeah.
The whole show.
I love the whole show.
Yeah,
Relationship
yeah.
goals.
Yeah,
Relationship goals.
absolutely.
Listen, I'm not
The
a
porch of
parent.
healing. Everything.
Parenting goals,
Yep.
father goals,
Yep.
man goals. Just like I want a truck like his.
Not grill
Yeah.
goals.
Not grill goals.
No.
He's a terrible, terrible cook on
a
the
dork.
grill.
I love it.
But that's why I love him so
Yeah.
much.
Love that.
That's
And
why I love him so
you've
much.
got a
Superman,
great-
the all-powerful hero, can't cook.
Can't
It's okay.
cook a brisket to save his life.
No,
I love it.
No.
Not at all. And
Even
that's
though he
what-
could see the stakes at a fucking subatomic level, he's like, oh, I burned him. Like,
He
great.
can smell the temperature.
It's so good. So good. Can't lift a cooler to save his life. But God damn it, I love him.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Such a good show.
All right. We're sending this? Where are we
To
sending this?
Krypton.
Smallville. Or to Krypton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to Smallville. To
Fortress of
Smallville.
Solitude.
One to Krypton. The real one to Smallville.
There
The
you
plastic one to Krypton.
There you go.
There we go.
Very cool. Because it's gone.
Yep.
Yeah, Krypton
Yep.
exploded.
It's
gone.
We're just going to shoot it in that direction.
We'll see where it ends up. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. My category is Best Bromance.
Great category.
Best Bromance, fitting after that follow-up.
Yes.
The nominees are Deadpool and Wolverine.
I mean, great.
It's Tale as Old as Time.
Yep.
Penguin and Victor.
Great bromance.
Again, Tale as Old as Time.
Yeah.
And heartbreaking too.
Sad.
Invincible and Rexplode.
Oh.
Third, Tale as Old as Time.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Love those bros.
Ezra Bridger and Sabine, Tale as Old as Time.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
absolutely.
a good,
From
they're a good
Ahsoka.
pair up. From
Yeah.
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Yeah.
They're bros for life.
And my favorite one, another Tale as Old as Time, Gambit and himself from Deadpool and Wolverine.
He's about to make a name.
He's about
for
to make a
himself.
name for himself.
And with himself.
Because he loves himself.
Yeah,
For
that's a
himself.
great
So much.
It's got to be
Ooh.
Gambit.
Yeah,
Our
what are you
audience
guys
is
what are you
funny.
guys saying?
I think it's
What
going
do
to
you-
be
what do you
Gambit.
think?
Best
I think it's
Is
going
it
to
gonna
be
be
Deadpool
Gambit?
Wolverine for sure.
Deadpool Wolverine?
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. And the winner with a blowout, 61% of the vote is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Also, I knew the answers.
yeah.
Oh, right.
Adam,
They
at
hated
least
each other
fake it.
and then kind of begrudgingly loved each other by the end of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the help of Madonna to help us.
Yeah. So Ryan Reynolds, we're leaving this one here. You can come pick yours up
Yeah, you go.
later if you want to be on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. Hugh Jackman, you're welcome here as well. Thank you
Okay,
so
we're
much.
down to the final two categories.
Final two.
categories, you guys.
And of course, there's no way we would not include one of our favorite formats of all time. Best use of 3D.
Stereoscopic 3D
3D, baby.
particularly.
Yeah, absolutely.
3D IMAX. Make sure you got your glasses on.
Honor at Academy, they never will.
And they never will.
Are you
No,
kidding me?
never.
We can't even get a TV. Come on.
We need a stunt. We need a stunt category.
The nominees for best use of 3D are Deadpool and Wolverine,
Pretty good.
Kung Fu Panda,
Pretty good.
Fantastic.
Transformers 1,
Didn't see
pretty
it.
good.
Venom: The Last Dance,
I saw it. It's pretty good.
and Wicked Part 1.
Whoa, that was in 3D?
It was in 3D?
Okay.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I still haven't seen the movie, so.
It's pretty
Really?
good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
We should maybe watch it.
We should watch The Wizard of Oz first and then Wicked.
Sure, I'm down. I actually haven't. That's a
Never
conversation for-
seen The Wizard of Oz?
Actually, not in entirety in
I
one
think
full
that's
sitting.
what you said. You haven't
Yeah,
seen
It
the
was
whole
on
thing in one full
TNT
sitting.
for
Yeah.
our whole
All the
childhood.
time.
It's only
So you can
20
watch-
minutes, Adam. So
Yeah,
it's,
I know.
You can watch
It's a
5
20-minute
minutes.
movie. It's a short film. I don't know what to tell
Remember when
you.
movies were a whopping 70 minutes, however long they were. Like, oh my
including
God.
credits.
Yeah.
Wow, gee golly, that's long.
You know, well, whatever. Anyways, the best use of 3D goes to, with 39.2% of the vote. You can
mean-
probably tell from how long this card is.
Yeah.
Deadpool and
Deadpool and Wolverine, of course.
I want to just shout out, like, I think that the 3D in the movie is solid, but
Yeah.
my favorite, there's a couple of standout moments. In that moment
Especially
where
when they break the frame.
that's
Yeah.
the best, dude. In the opening where Deadpool is fighting off all the TVA agents,
He's
is
got
like,
the spine of Wolverine
Yeah.
with the skull and the
you put it on your TV when we were
did.
just hanging
I
out,
did,
just to like
yeah.
watch the opening, and we were like, "This is so cool,
So rad.
Yeah.
It's
So
so
rad.
rad. The bones
Yeah.
breaking and
Yep.
stuff." And then
Yep.
my second favorite, which I think we also jumped to on your Blu-ray,
Yeah,
we're
we
like,
did.
"Go to this part." Is where they're fighting in the bus, and then he pops out of the bus, dude.
Yeah, at the
It's
end.
cool as shit. I don't know
Very
what
cool.
to tell you.
It's very cool. Thank you to all the people who actually saw him in 3D. I don't know
Sure.
if you did see him in 3D.
I know.
I saw
But
all
if you
those
did
movies
see it in 3D.
Well, I
no,
was-
not you, the
Oh, sorry.
viewers who voted.
Motherfucker, we know you did.
Hector, you
doesn't
have
count.
2 3D TVs
matter.
and all the glasses in the world.
I will say, I do think the one thing that I, along with, encouraging our audience to collect or dabble in physical media, a lot of people have been trying to get into 3D. And I know it's super hard to do it because the television sets and the computer monitors, they're hard to come by. But I love it whenever I go on a Discord and someone said, like, hey, I was able to get a 3D TV on like Facebook
Hell
Marketplace
yeah.
or Craigslist
Dude,
or whatever.
Craigslist.
Yeah,
Do
very,
it.
very
If
cool.
people are looking for a kind of a cheaper setup, a PS4 and PS virtual, what they call the
PSVR?
goggles?
Yeah,
PSVR
that's
1.
true. That's
the
true.
PSVR 1 does 3D movies.
Yep.
And the PS4 does play 3D Blu-rays.
Yeah,
so you got your own
Just
little
gotta get a 3D
private
monitor.
theater there. No,
Yeah.
it plays in your glasses.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
and the
Yeah.
PSVR. So it plays in your glasses.
That's right.
Obviously, it's not a theater experience, but you
Right.
can get that 3D
But I've heard
kind of
people
effect.
like it. People think
I'm
it's
gonna
really
get
cool.
one. I'm definitely gonna get
Yeah.
one
That's
because I
cool,
need
man.
auxiliary. I've invested too much money in my 3D Blu-rays.
Yeah.
I can't have my TV
know.
shit
I
on
need
me,
options.
and I'm
I
not
know.
gonna watch them again. Anyways, this Reforged is going out to the third dimension. Whoa!
And if you have none of those things, the Apple Vision Pro, an item that I don't know if it'll be existing after another year, that also has the ability to do 3D movies.
Oh, hang on. It's just been canceled and recalled.
Oh,
so
never mind.
Shit. Okay.
Just got it.
They just pulled all the funding.
They're going to try a smaller iPhone. That's going to be their next
Yeah.
And finally, an honorable mention category. We're kind of done, but this will be a funny,
fun one.
A funny, fake, fun one. The Stinky Turd of the Year
They're
award.
all fake, Hector. So
Yeah,
it's okay.
this one's fake. The rest of them were real.
The
Stinky
other ones
Turd
matter.
of the Year award, and the nominees are Morbius, Craven the Hunter, Madam Web, and Venom: The Last Dance. And the joke was that they were all Sony
Of course,
Pictures,
it's Stinky. I ate a horse.
Spider-Man villain spinoff, whatever. The winner was 63.3% of the vote. Madam Web. Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
No shock.
Right.
No surprise.
that's beating a dead horse.
Honestly,
Listen,
we put Venom: The Last Dance in this category just to fill out 4 titles.
Yeah,
or 5 titles, whatever it was.
I feel bad dunking on Madam Web because I've seen people who saw the movie and then you go to their Letterboxd reviews and they do like a snarky thing, or they like ironically love it. They're like, this movie was so fun. It was camp. It was hilarious. It was blah, blah, blah. And I'm the only one that's like, I was invested in these characters. These characters deserve better. Like Madam Web is an interesting idea. They all deserve better. The actresses deserve better. Like this movie does. The director deserved better. The movie was obviously cut up by the studio, and it's a bummer to give a shit about a dumb thing. But they probably never should have made that movie.
Probably not.
They definitely should not have.
And we're gonna send that to.
No. We're actually gonna
We're
flush.
gonna keep that
We're gonna
one.
flush this down
there
the
we go. They'll
toilet,
get it.
and
They'll
whoever
get it.
finds it, it's yours.
Guys, that's our show. Thanks for tuning in to the Reforged orgy. We'll be back next week with another episode. We may or may not have a guest, but we are going to have a guest in 2 weeks for sure, in 2 episodes from now. And it's going to be a silly goose good time.
Yeah. I think this was my favorite Reforged of all time so far.
The greatest.
Yeah, I had a lot. This one was really, really fun. But Hector and I, as we were kind of putting the categories and the options together, we were really thinking like, God damn, 2025, like the next year,
it's going to be nuts.
Oh, it's going to be a
Fantastic
banger.
Four,
Yeah.
Superman, Daredevil, Born Again, whatever, Invincible season 3. Like, there's so much.
Like
amazing
this was
stuff.
a fun, jokey one. Like whatever, haha.
Next year, we're
Fuck
gonna
around.
be
Dead
legit.
serious.
It's gonna be like
Fucking
it's gonna
dead
be
serious.
bloodthirsty next year. It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
It will be. It will be.
By the way, I'm
Crazy.
going to add another category to Reforged.
Yes.
Oh, we should add as many as we want.
No, just me personally.
Oh, okay,
This
perfect.
is just for me, for you guys. My favorite moment of the podcast so far.
Yeah.
And the nominees are when DJ asked about Dr. Doom and you both just turned to me like this. I'm like, that's it. That's how you know
That's
you're
how you
in.
know you're
That
winning.
is my favorite moment, and it wins the Reforged for best moment.
So
of
that's for you.
The podcast. Thank you.
You won.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh,
But guys, thank you so much for voting. There'd be no point to do this if it wasn't without our audience. So thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you for voting.
And once again, if people wanted to join in on the fun, how do they do that?
Join our Patreon. You'll get Discord access. That's where we put out the form. Next year, who knows how many categories we're gonna have.
hey, this is an hour show. We gotta move through them fast.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But guys, thank you so much for the support. Check out everything else that we are watching. Patreon, plenty of stuff to watch. This podcast every single week, every single Monday. See you guys next week. Bye.
Heroes Reforged is gonna react. Heroes Reforged is gonna review. Heroes Reforged is gonna discuss. That's why we are watching